Yes, guys, if you are excited for the return of the previews, the watch-alongs, and the reviews of our Crystal Palace season 2020-2021, please make sure you smash out a like. Let's get into the video. Yes guys, how's it going? It's your boy Edstar here, back with the first one in quite a while, I must admit. I do apologise for not getting one of these out. It's the return of the previews. This Monday night, I'm filming this on the 24th of April, on the Saturday afternoon, when everyone's starting to play their games. I am filming this on the 26th. We are taking on Leicester City on Monday night at 8 o'clock. There will be a watch along to this game. Come and join me at 7:30. We will be watching the game live. I'll have the game on in the TV in the background. I'll quickly show you it. So there, it'll be on right there. So I'll be watching the game live. Make sure you come and say hello. Make sure you enjoy it. But for this game, a game against Leicester, they are obviously chasing, Champions League football. So this is going to be a very, almost impossible task if you ask me. Our last game we got trounced by Chelsea 4-1. It just was not good enough. If you watch my watch along to the game against Chelsea, I'll leave an eye in the top right hand corner, just up there. It was just not good enough, and the players have had a 2-week break now, so they should be fully recharged their batteries. So I'm expecting a response in this game. We need to see a response. If Hodgson wants any chance realistically of keeping his job beyond this season, you have to look at these sort of games. I get that Leicester is a very, a big quality team. They got Maddison, they got Vardy, they got Harvey Barnes, they got Ndidi in the middle, who's not going to be easy to get past. But I cannot stand any more of these games of just more bullshit defending, really. I do apologise to my camera there. It's just pathetic, and I seriously want to see a change for this game. Something's got to change. I mean, I'm going to get into my 1 to 11 pretty shortly, because I did see the press conference from Roy on Thursday. I only saw brief bits about it, but I don't really know what more I can say. Sorry, I'm having a look at my phone just to get some notes from Roy. I might just cut this bit out here. I did say it somewhere. Right. Yeah, here we go. Right, sorry. Just found the pre-conference notes from Roy, which I'm going to read out very quickly. I'm not going to bore everyone with, the details. It started with the injury news, which is very key. We've got a lot of players back, and I quote this, "We've got a lot of players back, which is good news. Mamadou Sakho, even James Tompkins is out there training. So in fact, this is big as a group. We've had training for a long time." It's encouraging news to see that we've got defenders coming back, but I've said for a very long time Mamadou Sakho is not good enough for Palace anymore. First season, yes, he was a rock at the back, but he's just proved, he's always got a mistake in him. He's not the answer anymore. He's just not good enough. As to see Tompkins back, which is good, he's a regular starter here for us, so that's interesting to see. Moving on to the next quote, it says, "We're still missing James McArthur, who has not been training. Gary Cahill has not trained for the last 2 or 3 days. He's nursing a minor problem, but we're hoping he can recover from that by the time Monday comes around. I would not have Gary Cahill on the bench at all whatsoever, because if he's got a minor problem, why would you even risk it? You know, it could aggravate the problem, which is, you know, not what we want to see. But as to see James MacArthur, he's not been training, is quite worrying, because he's very, you know, solid for us. Yeah, it's a bit worrying if I'm honest with you. The next note says Connor Wickham is out on the training field but not training with the squad as of yet. That also applies to Nathan Ferguson, who we signed from West Brom last summer. Why the fuck is Wickham still at the club? I mean, why? He's never going to be good enough. He's always injury prone. I don't understand that whatsoever. And Nathan Ferguson, you know, why did we sign him? You know, he's been injured all season. So why would you sign someone that's been injured all season? I don't get that. And then finally, it says on Tyreek Mitchell, who's recently extended his contract at the club, which is very good news. I mean, he's one of my go-to players at left back. He should be starting at left back instead of Van Arnold, if you ask me. He's always been the better player for me. He said, I'm very excited about Mitchell. He's got all the qualities. We were blessed with Wan-Bissaka, who's gone to Man United since, and we're blessed with Tyreek. I believe he will be a player that will serve the club extremely well for many years to come. He's putting a lot of pressure on the kid's shoulders, if you ask me, by saying that. I'm not sure whether he'll be as good as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but, you know, he's definitely got the quality to be up there, don't get me wrong, but whether I think he will get to Wan-Bissaka's level is yet to be seen, if I'm honest, and I'm probably doubting it. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong, but, you know, that's the quotes I've seen so far. Let me just see if there's any more threads. Yeah, no, that was it. So, yeah, that was the important my phone, sorry. That was the important quotes for the game. Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult one to predict, you know. I'm just going to get into my 1 to 11 very, very quickly. In goal, Vicente Guaita. I have been calling, you know, I do love Guaita, don't get me wrong, but if he carries on with these performances where he's just letting everything in at the near post, I might be thinking about Jack Butland, because I've not seen him. I'd love to give him a chance. You know, the only way we're going to see if he's still a good quality Premier League keeper is if he gets given the chance. And the problem is, Guaita is one of the starters, you know, but he is starting to let me down a little bit, and I do want to see, you know, a good performance from him in this game. Otherwise, you know, there might be more calls for me to start Butland. But, you know, let's see what Guaita can do in this game. That's definitely going to be my number one pick for this team. Left back, I'm going to go with Tyreek Mitchell. You know, simple reason, if I'm honest, I don't think Van Aanholt's good enough for me. Van Aanholt always gives the ball away. His passing and his movement is just too slow, and it's starting to really piss me off, because he's one of those players that should be able to, you know, join the attack, if I'm honest with you, but he doesn't do it. And, you know, I just think Tyreek Mitchell is very solid at left back. You know, I do prefer Tyreek Mitchell, and Van Aanholt is another one of those players. You know, we've got so many bunch of players on contracts, you know, that are going to expire at the end of this season. You know, it's very concerning, if you ask me. But, you know, see what Tyreek Mitchell could do. I'd definitely start Mitchell, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to get into the centre-backs. The two centre-backs, I think, are going to be... Kouyaté will definitely be one of them, 100%. I don't think he's going to go with Kelly. I think he will go with Tompkins for this game. I think Kouyaté and Tompkins. I could be completely wrong. I will have to watch this video back, you know, just to see if I get it right. But that's who I think he's going to go for. Normally them two are pretty solid, but especially Kouyaté, but he's not a centre-back. You know, I've said this all season. He is not a centre-back. You know, he doesn't produce it well enough. So let me just move my camera up a little bit like that. He doesn't produce it on the big stage, and he's definitely more of a versatile CDM, if you ask me. You know, one of the two CDMs, but he's played at centre back, and I don't agree with that. You know, yes, he can perform there, and he does perform there for Senegal, I think he is. But it's very concerning, you know, how many goals we've let in this season. Only Sheffield United have conceded more goals than us. That is very worrying, you know. So we really got to sharpen up at the back. Right back will of course be Joel Ward, you know, ever present. He's been there for the last season or so since Wan-Bissaka left, and I think he's starting to make that position his own. You know, a couple of dodgy performances here and there, but he didn't do that great against Chelsea. But it's an opportunity for him to express himself in this game. Going to get into the left and right midfielders. I think left mid he's probably going to go with Eze, even though I don't think he is a left midfielder whatsoever. I would definitely play him behind the strikers as the number 10. But this is what Roy Hodgson's going to go for. And to be honest with you, at left mid I would rather have Schlupp, because he's got that energy about him, you know. He's just got more about him, if you ask me, you know. Right mid, I'm going to go with Andros Townsend, because he's you know, Andros Townsend is one of those players that is just so hot and cold. You know, one game he can produce an absolute worldie, the next he could be absolutely fucking shit and can't cross a fucking ball. Which one are we going to get on Monday, you know? He's had 2 weeks to sharpen his game up, so hopefully, you know, we see the better side of it. In the two centre mids, I'm going to go with he's definitely going to go with Luka Milivojevic, even though I think he is one of the shittest players at this club. How the fuck he gets picked every fucking week, I have absolutely no idea. He's just not good enough at all for this club. I mean, his passing is crap, he always gets a yellow card, and he always puts us on the back foot. You know, his touches, you know, for the ball are dodgy, and I just would not have him in, but Roy Hodgson is going to pick him. I can't see him picking anybody else. The other CDM will probably be MacArthur. No, not MacArthur, McCarthy, sorry. It'll be McCarthy he'll go for. And up front, I think it will be Jordan Ayew and Christian Benteke. But I think that's 11. That's 1 to 11. I think he's going to go with Jordan Ayew and Christian Benteke. You know, I want to see two up front. You know, the only way we're going to start scoring goals is for those two up front. I've missed. No, not Ayew and Benteke. Zaha and Benteke. You know, Zaha has to start. You know, he's definitely our best player by far, and it's very worrying. You know, we can't seem to score a goal at the minute. I know we got one against Chelsea, but you know, it was just shambolic. How the hell can you concede 2 goals in the first 10 minutes? We did the same against Chelsea. We did the same against Burnley. It was just pathetic. And my point still stands, you know. Hodgson must go at the end of the season. He really must go at the end of the season. You know, regardless of the results, you know, in these last 5 games. I just can't see him being offered a new deal. I don't want him to be offered a new deal. Because we deserve better as a football club, you know. But, you know, my prediction for this game is going to be probably... I don't know, because I don't know what Palace is going to turn up, you know. I want a good Palace to turn up. I want an unplayable Palace to turn up. But are we going to see that? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I can't see anything other than a 2-1 Leicester win. I mean, I can see us scoring. Don't get me wrong, I can see us scoring. But I cannot see us getting anything out of this game. And I want to be proved wrong, you know. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. But my stance still sounds like this, you know. Hodgson has to go at the end of the season. It's the only way we are going to move forward as a football club. I'll tell you right now, if I do see Hodgson get a new deal, I will be protesting when it is safe to do so. Because it's just not right how he can be awarded a new contract for failure. I mean, for bullshit performances every fucking season, you know, every 2 or 3 games we just look rubbish, and it's really pathetic, if I'm honest with you. Really bad. But that's going to be the end of this preview. If you are excited to see the previews come back on the channel with the wonderful Palace, then please make sure you smash out a like, subscribe if you're new, and until the watch along on Monday, which I will be live at 7:30, so please do not miss it. You know, tell your friends, tell your family, and come and say hello, because I'll be watching the game live. There won't be any gaming that day. There'll be just, you know, same camera angle as right now, you know, just me sitting on my laptop, and yeah, until then, yeah, make sure you smash out a like, subscribe, and you know, I'd love to get to about 100 subscribers very soon. So if you can smash out a like, and if you can smash out a subscribe to me, it would mean a lot to me right now. You know, I'm going through a very tough time at work at the minute. You know, I've been given a lot of hours, so you know, to come home and to record, it is very draining, and I'm excited for this game. I think we can get something out of it, but you know, until then, I'll catch you all later.